Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, whatever time of dimension that you are in. This is your host, Chris. Welcome to Interstellar Frequency.
Hey. Oh my God. Long time. Long time. I can't believe it. I was just thinking the other day, if I can actually sit down and record and have a moment, that would be nice. I want to jump into that moment. All of a sudden, voila, here I am in this moment. All right. So now that we're talking about the moment, why don't we turn around and step into my world and I'll give you the 411. So I just recently turned around and been bouncing from spot to spot, literally. That oh my god. Oh my god. There's a lot of California roadways really need to get better. Jeez. But, hey, who knows? I don't know. None of my business. I don't really care. But I do because I'm using them. Damn it. Now, neither here nor there. Um what's really kind of interesting is I've been going to different locations and stuff like that, and everywhere I look, everybody's I look around and I see everybody just sad. It's like, why so sad? Or why so sad? What's wrong with you? And I sit there and look at all these people. I'm like, what is going on around here? I come walking to the door and it's like, oh hell no, not my watch. Not happening. There's some light that's gonna be around here. We need some laughs. We need some smiles. This is just so not working. It's like, come on, people, let's go. Shit. What is wrong with everybody? I swear to God that more than likely what it is there's nothing really wrong with them, right? It's just everybody's somewhere else and not in the moment, especially where they work or whatever it is they're doing. Everybody's somewhere else, and they're just like zombies walking around, like they're, I don't know, on an automatic program. Is that an NPC? Is this what we're playing? We're playing that game now. All right, we're getting way off track. But those of you that know, you know what I'm talking about. Others that you don't, it's not for you. Okay, just go with it. Jesus. Hey, that just reminded me. I can't believe it. Easter's right around the corner. Huh. Moving right along now. So what's been going on with this interaction with these people, right? Happened the other day, a couple days ago. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. What matters is I turn around and I pull up to one of the facilities and personnel comes out. And I jumped out of the truck because the gate was closed and everything. I was like, hey, you heard me set the brakes. I'm sitting here and now you're going to make me wait. No. Come on. Let's go. So I jump out of the truck. It's like, hello. It's like, you're not going to hide from me. Hello. Felt like we were playing hide and go seek or something, I swear. It's kind of funny. Anyways, she pops up. I'll be right with you. I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm just sitting here like, do you want me to wait in the truck or do you want me to stand right here? What would you like me to do? She's like, what more do you want? Oh my God. Robot. NPCs, no. Right? Check this out. So she jumps up and I don't know if she pushes the button, the gate opens automatically or something. I don't really care. And I thought for a minute, though, I was going to have to open the gate for her. I really did think that because that was a big gate. Anyways, the gate opens automatically and she walks up. And I'm like, do you want my license? What more do you want from me? Like, really, I'm serious. What would you like me to do? I'm standing here. Like, what? Come on. And then something remarkable happened at that moment. All of a sudden, she, I guess, forgot and didn't realize that the gardeners were cleaning up the area right there, right? And making it really beautiful. Oh my God. Beautiful. Beautiful job. Beautiful work. Just gorgeous. Thank you. And I was kind of thinking about that, and I thought, oh man, a bunch of bugs and gnats are going to be flying all over the place. Okay, you do you, and I'll do me, and just leave me alone, and I won't have a problem with you, is what I was thinking. About with the bugs, kind of thing. Like, I don't know, maybe communicating with them? I was just a simple thought, really. Anyways, so I turn around, I'm looking at her, and she's messing around with her phone. She's inputting information, and I don't know what she's doing. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. She could be scrolling the internet for all I care, right? Does not bother me. What I'm sitting here thinking, though, is, I wonder how long she's going to stand there before the bugs start hanging out. This is what I start thinking, right? And all of a sudden, the little gnats come over and start flying around, and she starts smacking them. I'm like, oh man, woo! And it's like they start messing with her a little bit because she's not saying anything. It's like, would you talk to him? Is what it seems like what they're saying to her, and she's like flat slapping him and everything. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I didn't take a shower. I don't know if I said that. I might have. I can't quite remember. It doesn't matter. But I got to her. I got whatever it was. I ended up getting her to laugh and everything, right? And I got her to just turn on. And it was so funny. At that moment in time, I felt like a little child. I'm not kidding. I felt like a little child that, you go out and play in the grass out in the lunchtime or recess or something like that, and then all of a sudden you're out there playing around and you stand too long because you're looking around, and all of a sudden the gnats start flying around you, and you're going, hey, where'd you come from? Well, at least that's what I remember when I was a kid, when I did that stuff. Anyways, she's swatting at him and everything, and I'm like, well, she's like, oh my God, they love me, or I don't know if she said that or I said that. I'm like, they love you. She's like, they want to eat me. I just started laughing away. I'm like, hey, I guess it's better to be eaten, right? I think I turned around and said, well, you're delicious. They just they want to be a part of you. Oh my God. This is the crazy shit that happens. Okay. You cannot make this up. I'm not kidding, man. This is the stuff that's happening on a daily basis with a lot of people. Okay. And just to sit there and watch her just light up and turn on is the most astonishing thing, right? And it's like, hi, I'm me and you're you. Welcome to our world. I mean, come the fuck on. I'm sorry, this is not a child's show at this present moment. This is going to have to be an adult show, okay? We got to get real here. I know that there are children that are probably listening too. So, those of you that do not need to be here, you need to just go bye-bye. You don't need to be here. You know who you are. And those that do, okay, welcome, I guess. But I'm telling you, man, this experience is really something else. It's magical, It's so magical, and so many people have said that in the past, and now here I am saying that. But I'm repeating, I guess you can say. No, you fucking liar! You stole it from so and so. It's copyrighted information. What? Get the fuck out of here! There's no such thing as copyrighted information. I mean, come on, really? If we're sitting here turning around and like pulling from the inner light, if that's what you want to call it, or whatever the hell you want to call it, I don't really care. It doesn't matter. It's a name. It's a label. It doesn't. When you add a name or a label to something, you create a limitation. Those of you that don't know now may know. I mean, It's only logical. Think about it. And logical is the material world of, physics and science and all that good stuff. We already know that, okay? But there is, and was, and always will be, something else that's out there, a little bit deeper and farther than you can ever possibly imagine. Really. I guess that you can call that infinity. Yeah, infinity. In to infinity and beyond. Yeah, no shit. Oh my God! Welcome to our world. Okay, so there's a lot to talk about. So much stuff has happened, and man, there's like there's so much stuff that's just been like beautiful, loving spots and experiences with so many people. And, you know, yeah, stuff happens out in the world. And then there is sometimes people call it tragedy, and it does suck. And, you know, things always happen for a reason and a purpose or a rhyme, you know. And it all depends on the purpose and the reason and the rhyme. I mean, it's kind of like a balance. I guess you can call that karma if you want. Yeah. So, a couple weeks back, this would have been like, I think in February. I don't remember. Um, we got hit with some snow here. Some cold weather. Oof. And so it's like I call my buddy up. I'm like, dude, you gotta pack your shit. I mean, like seriously, we got work to do. And he's like, you're a fucking psycho. I'm like, no, man, I'm telling you, we got stuff to do. We got work to do. I don't know what the fuck it is, but we got shit to do, right? So you need to grab all your gear, all your whatever we need to go out and do some shit. We have some rescuing to do. Okay? And then it starts. We start arguing about the snow. And he's like, okay, where's the snow? Where's the snow? I'm like, it's out there. It's out there. So later on, we get our stuff, right? And he calls me up. He's like, hey, we got to go. I'm like, yeah, I know. Let's go. And somehow, some way, I guess, when you have this so-called deep love connection, right? Of the love for something that you really want. All of a sudden magic starts to happen, right? And stuff happens when you least expect it. And so we take off and we head out. And it was cold. Oh my God, it was cold. Whew. Wind was blowing like a freaking blizzard. It was freezing cold. Wind was going in many different directions, man. I think that was also when maybe the Southern California fires were going on and getting burned out, and then all this crazy weather came. Anyways, so we turn around and we hit the road. A couple guys went with us, and we're all together, and we go out on this adventure per se. I would like to call it an adventure because that's what it was. It was an adventure. Like it's snowing. We got 4-wheel drive stuff. We got work to do. Let's go. We're the crazy ones. Let's go see if we can get stuck, and then winch ourselves out. I guess that's the insanity, right? That's okay though. Uh, but anyhow, so we take off and we go driving around, and check it out. Just, oh my God, how beautiful it is with everything happening with the snow and the blizzard and everything. And so there's a lot of stuff happening, like cars are smashing into embankments and oh my God. It's like, yeah, this is crazy. But we made it through the one side and then it got pretty crazy and hectic on the other side. And it was just a complete nightmare on that side. And it was like a fluke, a fluke storm. But in a way it wasn't, it was, but neither here nor there. And so many people didn't have chains. They didn't have chains or any type of stuff. So of course they're sliding out. And they're trying to get down the mountain, right? And later on that night, we decided to basically drive from one end of the mountain all the way to the other side, across Big Bear. And we checked on people. People were, doing their thing, and they were okay. Nobody was, like, seriously injured or crazy. So there was none of that, right? People were sound and logical and stuff. Some of them. And the rest were out there doing their thing, too. So there was other people doing what we're doing. I guess that's what we do, because we have fun at doing it. That's why we go out and do it. And we never really record it. Be nice to record it, but we don't have that kind of technology over here. At least I don't. Not really, not yet. Anyways, someday maybe. So, turn around and we get driving through the mountain and everything like that. And we get up at the top of like the village area or something. And it's just gorgeous driving through the old shops, man, that been there for years, like historic years and years and years, right? And we're driving through the snow and just like it's all lit up and just gorgeously beautiful. Oh man. I think I got the shot on that. I'll have to try to find if I can get a clip or some kind of picture. There's something I have. I'm pretty sure I do. And maybe I'd use that one. But anyways, and so as we're driving through, I was like, wow, there really isn't anybody that we're like needing our help or something. And he's like, no, I think so. And like we've both felt it, him and I. We both felt like there was this cry out, of help. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, help. There's nobody coming, help me, please. It's like this cry, right? That is just amplified so strong. And straight connection, deep connection. And you can hear it. If you listen very hard, you can hear it. But you have to listen for it, right? So we turn around and we end up getting on the other side of the mountain. We work our way back, I think through Crestline and stuff. And pretty much all the tow companies are like, yeah, no, we're not rolling. Like, no, they're not. The local tow companies up there are like, yeah, we're not rolling. Sorry, we'll have to deal with that later, the aftermath. They don't go out. All those crazy ones go out. And that's okay. It's not that we're crazy. We just, to us, it's like opportunity and fun is what we see. So we just jump in it, and it's like, this is the world that we live in, right? And so we run out there, and we get about down the mountain there, and we see flashing lights of a tow truck driver, 2-axle, right? And he's having issues. He's sliding out, and this poor brave kid, man, he's probably new in the industry, in the tow industry. And he's giving it his all, trying to just make it work. And he went up there to rescue a vehicle that he thought he was going to get, but didn't have the proper adequate equipment to literally winch out the vehicle and get it up on the trailer, and was sliding all over the place. He didn't have any way to like put down outriggers or, he didn't really have a wrecker or anything, and no way to anchor down to the ground. I mean, you could, but then you'd have to kind of stretch yourself across the roadway or something. And since the roadway wasn't really closed, it was still open. Like it was closed to the general public, but open to you know the crews. And stretching a line across the roadway is just not smart, especially when it's a switchback mountainous road, 2 lane. Not a good idea. And so he's like, "Yeah, no, dude, I'm out of here. I can't do this. It's like I'm sliding all over the place." And then my buddy's like, "Yeah, man, nah, you shouldn't even really be here. You just come back later when you need to, and pick up the car you got to get. If you have to do it, then you have to, and maybe we can help you." We were thinking about helping him, and he's like, we asked him, it's like, "You want some help?" And he's like, "No, no, I'm out of here." It's like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah, no, we're out of here. I'm not doing this." And this kid was like, If it was me, I would like put that son of a bitch on the truck. Let me have the weight because I need that weight going down the mountain. I want all that weight as possible to help with traction, is what I'm thinking, right? And he's already up there at the dangerous spot. Might as well load up and like use the weight to your advantage to make it down the mountain, is what I'm thinking. But that's, I guess that's an experience thing or something. No, to each his own, right? And so nobody was in the car. There was nobody there. CHP came and got him and took him out and everything. So no big deal there. And there was someone else that was stuck, like in a Suburban, with his family. And he was trying to go up. And so the tow truck guy's like, "Yeah, there's another guy down there. He's really stuck and he's having issues. He's got to get chains and da da da, whatever." And it's like, "Okay, we'll go check him out. And then when we're done dealing with him, we'll come back and check on you. Either that or you'll, come by and we'll see you or something. Just let us know what's up." And so we went and handled them, and we, got them towed up. Got the yankum rope out and put everything together and basically, got them squared away. And the coolest part was we show up and this guy, right? He's got his whole family in there and he's going on vacation. Bless this guy, man. It's like I feel so bad for him in the situation, in the torment that he was going through of, the wickedness weather, I guess, if you want to call it that. I call it beauty, but whatever. Anyways, he's freaked out, he's scared, and he's trying so hard, like so hard, being dad, trying to hold it together for his family as best as he could. And they all know that he's scared and he doesn't understand, right? And he's never been in this situation before. And luckily, I'm glad he picked up chains from, one of them stores on the way up. They were on their way to a cabin for a vacation that they had rented out. And their scheduled day to arrive was the day of the storm happening as simultaneously. Right? And it's like, "No, man, you're fine. It's okay. We got you. We got this. We'll help you out. We'll get you through this." And he's like, "Really? Oh my God, don't leave me." It's like, no, we're not going to leave you. You're fine. Like he's freaked. And I don't blame him because we all have been in that situation once before, one or another. And somehow somebody comes by out of nowhere and it's like this shining bright light. It's like, "Wow, thank you. You're a miracle. You're the miracle I asked for." Right? And he's like, we're sitting there and we get the chains out. We start talking to him and everything like that. And we start helping him. He's like, "I don't know how to put these on." And I'm like, "I don't know how to put them on." That's not, I'm not in the new with the chain, weird connection pieces that are, I don't know, they're advanced, I guess, per se. I'm used to the old school with bungees and stuff. Anyways, but that's the trucker chains, really. But anyhow, he turns around and we get his chains on. My buddy puts on the chain on one side. I put the chains on the other side. He kind of shows me how to do it. He figured it out real fast. That's what it is. Was a mechanic, man. A mechanic just gets it. They understand mechanical stuff very well, and I only yearn to be a mechanic so that way I could make things happen like they do. Anyways, he puts it together. He shows me real quick. He's like, "This is how it works." It's like, and I'm like, "Really? You know how this works?" He goes, "No, but this is what it looks like." I was like, "Okay, I'll go with that. That's good enough for me. Thank you." So he turns around and shows me how to do it, and we put it on the other side. And the coolest thing about it is, after looping the whole entire chain around, I'm impressed. After looping the whole entire train around the tire and how the system worked, you didn't have to roll over the tires like you used to. It was kind of cool. Like, it just hugged the tire and instantly wrapped around the tire without having to um, basically turn the wheel. Like, you used to have to pull forward and let the chains roll a little bit and then, sink it down that way. Not this, man. This was a good concept. I like it. Great idea. Very fast, too. And so we put it on, hook it up, and it's like we go back and talk to him. And he's like, "Okay, you're not gonna leave me, right?" And it's like, "No, it's all right. We're gonna tow you. You're stuck right now, but we got your chains on. We're good. Do not go faster than like 20, 25 miles an hour with these chains. This is it. You need to keep it slow and steady as much as possible. Slow and steady. Don't go below, real slow, because if you stop, you're gonna get stuck. Just take it slow and steady once you get going." And we're telling him this. He's like, okay. I got it. Yeah. And he's freaking out. So he comes over on my side. I'm putting the chains on, right? I'm putting the chain on. And he comes on. And he's like, "Oh my God, I don't know what I'm thinking. We should have just turned around." And it's like, "Hey, man, no. Hold on. Stop. I tell him, I'm like, "Dude, you can't think like that. Things happen always for a reason. And there's always a reason and rhyme of how it happens. And here we are. We're helping you, and everything will be fine. You'll be okay. There's always help when you need it, you know? Is as long as you keep paying forward the love and everything like that, when you share that love and that light to others, it just multiplies like wildfire. And next thing you know, you're getting it back as well. And then and it's just like a rippling effect that just non-stoppable. It just keeps going and going and going. Like infinity. It's pretty awesome, especially to watch it. He's like, I should have turned around. I should have went back. I should have never done that. And I should. He's doing all the shouldas, right? And what ifs and all that. It's like, no. Okay, that was then. This is now. You're here right now because this is where you need to be, and this is where you need to go. You need to be doing this where you're going. You need to take your family on a vacation. No little snow and little storm that we have that's just passing through these mountains is really that bad. It's a small glimpse of time that is going to pass. It's not going to last forever, right? This moment ain't going to last forever. It's just a moment in time that you're experiencing. You need to go have this vacation. And you're very, very lucky that you're going out on this vacation. I wish I could take my family out on a vacation, but I cannot. I don't have the time to do that right now. I barely have a time to record my show. I mean, I didn't say that, but I was just saying to him, it's like, no, this is what you need to do for your family. Your family need this. You and your family need this together, and you're all experiencing this together. It will be fine. You will be okay. You sure? Yes, you will be fine. It will be okay. Okay, and it was like that was it. So we're down there, and we get back on the driver's side and everything, and he gets in the truck or the Suburban, right? No 4-wheel drive whatsoever, just regular, 2-wheel drive. Got the chains on. It's like, okay, we're gonna get in front of you. We're gonna pull you, and we're gonna keep on pulling you up this whole entire snake turn. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna follow right behind us up the mountain. So we're gonna yank you out, and you just stay with us. Keep tension on the rope. Don't turn around and like gas it where the rope gets, fall underneath and we run it over. You don't want that. You want to follow in our tracks, follow exactly where we go, and we're going to pull you up the mountain to the flat spot. There's a flat spot a couple turns up from here. And he's like, oh my God. Okay. And so we're talking, and he's standing outside just with like a bare sweatshirt practically. It's not even snow weather, snow gear, nothing, right? We're all like decked out like commando status. At least I was. I'm the only one that's high vis, man. Everybody else is like, what the hell? I get out, I start directing traffic. I don't care, you know. So next thing you know, like we get going up the mountain, and or no, before that, right? Uh, all of a sudden, like the wind kicked up, just out of nowhere, like whirlwind of wind just started happening, and the snow from the pine trees above us, because we're in the forest, right? So the pine trees are just like thick right here, and you can barely see the sky, and they're covered in snow, like they're just collecting the snow from the weather and everything. And all of a sudden, the wind blows, and the snow flurries fall from the tree and start coming down on top of us. It's like, oh wow, it's snowing, and he's like, oh shit, yeah, yeah, we gotta get the fuck out of here, man, come on. He's something like another panic attack. It's like, hey man, it's cool, relax. It's you're all good. Bruce Fraba, calm the fuck down. You're okay. And he's like, okay. So it's like, get in your car, put it in drive, and just sit there. Just wait for us. We'll get in the truck and we'll pull you out. Okay, yeah. I just follow right behind you? Yep. We'll follow you. We'll get you up to the top, and then we're gonna send you on your way. So we turn around, we start driving. We get up to the flat spot. We unhook the rope and everything like that. And he's like, okay, we're good. How far do we go? It's like, well, where are you going? It's like, I'm going over there, and it's like on the other side of Big Bear. It's like, oh Jesus, okay, that's where his cabin's at or something. And so at which point we're like, okay, just keep it slow, just follow the tracks. Once you get on the main highway right there, you'll be fine. You follow that highway through, keep going, and follow your maps. It will take you right where you need to go. Just keep it slow and steady, and you'll be fine. Okay, you sure? Yes, you will be fine. And you're in town where a lot of people are, so you're not on the back side of the mountain anymore. You'll be fine. Okay? I go, okay. So we basically, he says this too, and he's like, oh my god, dude, you won't believe this. It's like, you're like an answer to my prayers. I said, no, man, we're just out, doing this stuff and having fun. And he's like, really? This is what you do for fun? Oh my god, fuck that. No, oh my god. He's freaked. It's like, no, man, we're just out having fun, helping people out that are out here, in the norm. That's all. This is all this is another day in paradise is what this is, right? And he's like, man, you guys are fucking crazy. It's like, no, not at all. We're just, having fun. And it's like, wow, that's not something I could do. I go, well, you got to find what you enjoy doing and you go have fun. Enjoy. Bon voyage. And there he went on his way. It was so cool. So cool. And he made it out, I'm pretty sure, to his, family members and stuff. It was different. It was neat to watch and experience. And hey, sending that love and that light along the way, and just sharing that moment with people, individuals, when they get stuck in a moment and they feel like they're lost. And it's like, no, you're really not. No matter where you're at, you're really not lost. You're supposed to be right where you're supposed to be at that present moment in time. You just got to sit back and look around going, why the hell am I at this moment? Why am I here? What do I need to do? And you start asking that question. Next thing you know, something happens, and then there you are, right? That's how that works, or at least that's what it works for me. At least that's my experience, anyway. Now, after all this happens, right, I start going through my mind, and I start crawling down a rabbit hole. And I'm like, wait a minute. Did I just seriously pack for like 5 days and all this gear and all this shit for this craziness that I was feeling that it was like this? I felt, okay, what my experience was and what my feelings were, and I'm going to talk my side now, what prior to this happening. What I felt was, this is very serious. This is very crazy, and we're going to be out in the wilderness for a couple days. Like, we're stuck, is what I'm thinking, right? So I went all out with the full pack of stuff to last me for several days on foot, if need be. I mean, yeah, if I had to abandon ship, I'm set to go, man, like, for quite some time. if that's what it came to. I guess that's survivalist, if you want to call it, or a Boy Scout, whatever. It doesn't matter. Um, it's just, you know, nothing wrong with being prepared, I guess, right? For anything and everything. You can never prepare for everything and anything. Well, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But at any rate, um, it was ready to go. And then we're driving back down, and I'm like, wow, that whole experience was really, really minute and small, and wasn't that crazy that I thought it was going to be, because I was envisioning like this craziness. That's why I packed the gear that I packed, because I had this sight foresee that it was 10 times crazier than it was. Well, there was a little bit of craziness. There was a car that went over the cliff and everything. So, yeah, we had to kind of get on foot and check and make sure that nobody was there, which there wasn't. And that was the original response one that I thought we were going to have to do, and like find people and stuff that are out on the mountainside. That wasn't the case at all. That's what I prepped for, and that didn't happen. Thank you for that type of spiritual protection of whoever that was. That was a lot better and less crazy for us. And I'm glad, because I really didn't want to kind of deal with that type of. But I mean, if I had to, I will. So it ain't like, yes or no. Anyways, but I had this deep feeling of this crazy stuck and, no escape feeling. And which is why I went to full extreme prepare mode. And then it ended up being a tiny little, situation that was really, really easy, very, very simple. And what it was just being consumption of straight, drama and straight, feeling, disconnected is what it was. A yearning for a connection is what it was. And I felt it, and I'm pretty sure he did too. And that's why we went out and we were looking. Like, we were both on the same page, like, we gotta go solve this. What is this? And it's like an unspoken word between the two of us, but we both just know, but we don't talk about it, which is fine. I don't care, but stuff always seems to happen. And when you're at where you need to be when you need to be there, and if you allow the love and the light to shine through you, then you just get the rewards of the light of people just lighting up, man, and just no longer becoming an NPC anymore. And they're like alive once again. It's like, yeah, that's isn't that what we're supposed to do when we're here? Like, be alive? I mean, that's the whole purpose, right? And share the love. Why not? Come on. I know this is an extremely long episode. It seems like a very strong and long episode. But on the other hand, it's really quite fitting for its moment in time that this episode is coming out. So we're just going to roll with it. Now, in the text of mankind's writing, and whoever wrote and whatever they wrote, however it may be, supposedly, I have no evidence. I can neither say, I can neither confirm nor deny or acclaim that this truly had happened. And that's not my place to claim this truly had happened 25 years ago. That there was this being that walked the planet, trying to shed and share the love and the light. Here we are, 2025, 2,000 years later. That's a long time that the man was there doing what he was doing, and we're still trying to do the same damn thing 20, 25 years later. Like, can we get a fucking clue yet? Like, really? How much more time do we need on this to figure it out? It's really not that hard. It's really, really quite simple and loving, and it's joyful. I mean, it's really easy. Very easy. It's just like tapping into your like inner child of existence. Don't you remember how it used to be fun to play? Do you remember those times? You remember how fun it was? It's like all you cared about and all that you gave all your energy and all you wanted to do as a child when you were born, after you were born, and you're like running around and playing because there's nothing else to do but play. So why not do that? Why can't we play? Okay, I'm now 30. How old am I? 39 years old. Oh my god. 39 years old. And yeah, I am a man child. I can't help it. I will continue to be a man child. I don't ever want to grow up. I want to think happy thoughts. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue that because to me, it seems like it's working and it seems like it works in my benefit and it is very joyful to do so. I don't want to sit here on the bottom of the crap down below of how this isn't working and that's not happening and this is not going the way I want it to go. Well, that's simple. Sit back and look at the situation going, well, what is it that I'm supposed to do? What do I need to do? What is important? What is important to me? What is important to others? Well, not so much. It doesn't matter. That's them. That's their responsibility to figure it out. It's your responsibility to figure out what makes you light up and be happy. That's what's important. What makes you happy? What brings that sparkle of joy in your life to do, no matter what anybody else thinks? It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It only matters what your joy is brought to you by. Like what could you go and do? What experience can you go through that you will find your joy in? Think about that for a moment. For me, my most joy is it's an episode that I had done years ago. And a lot of this is coming out because I brought my daughter to work. It was a daddy-daughter work day. And some of you saw it. Some of you saw the postings. Some of you haven't. You can go find it. It's somewhere out there among the gazillion apps of everything. And, I took her to work. And I just wish I had a camera for that because that would have been more awesome. But that's okay. The cool part was that she triggered a memory in me when I was a kid, and I went to work with my dad because the same scenario situation happened to me where, like, I couldn't go on a career day when I was in elementary school for some reason. Like, I couldn't do a field trip, or it was like I was really young. And I happened to go with, to work with my dad, and this would have been like, I don't know, it could have been 1994 to 1995, 96, maybe, give or take, before my dad was in a semi-accident. And so when I went to work with him, I had this one experience, and I'll say this, and this will probably be the end of the show. Tell you this little story of my experience, and it triggered this whole experience and everything of what I'm talking about. When I was a young lad, I was sitting in the passenger seat, and it was hot. It was very hot, and my pops was driving, and he was an iron worker, right? And you could hear this other kind of little bit of story that I talked about. It's called Two Dogs. It's an episode I got. Go look it up. Go find it. You can watch it. And he was an iron worker, so he was working building bridges and stuff. Anyways, so we get done with work, and I always got kicked off the job site. But, Dad taught me how to be safe, and so I learned all my safetiness from him. Thank you, Dad, for that one. And we were on our way back, I guess, to the office, the company office or something like that. We were going back there. And we're driving down the road, and there's this guy named Tom, and he was a wild guy, man. He was crazy. He was awesome though. I liked him. I don't know. He was a kid at heart all the time. It seemed like, Never mind whatever drama future that left. It doesn't matter. What matters is that moment in time that I experienced, and he turned my light on, which when I was a little kid. The most coolest thing is we're stuck on the freeway, on the 10 freeway. I don't remember which direction we were going. It doesn't matter. And we were in bumper to bumper traffic. We weren't going anywhere. I mean, like, we would move up like 5, 6, 7 cars and then all of a sudden stop. Then the other crew would move up 5, 6, 7 cars and stop. And it was just this back and forth thing that was constantly going on, right? It reminded me of the movie Office Space right there at the beginning. Same thing. And all of a sudden, like, I'm like miserable. It's hot. There's no air conditioning in my dad's car. He don't have air conditioning. He doesn't like air conditioning. He has a medical condition when it comes to cold and everything, and it's a unique condition. And so cold weather is kryptonite for my father. It's bad. Anyhow, and the crazy part was we're sitting there driving. It's hot. And Tom looks at me, and the window's down. I'm just like sitting there, just sad and depressed, and just looking out among the trees and looking out among the other people in traffic, and just kind of like depressed. Like, really, is this what life is all about? We're all gonna sit here and move like cells on a freeway of like in a bloodstream on a body of water, or a human body moving like cells in a body, like we're waiting each other's turn to go to the heart supply. That's what it seems like, right? And I'm thinking about this as a kid. And Tom comes driving up in the truck because he sees, I'm in the passenger seat, my dad's in the next lane over. He comes up on the passenger side, and he sees me and I look at him like, who the hell is this guy? Like, he looks familiar. Well, it didn't trigger that, oh yeah, he's the guy at the job site that we were just at. I had talked with him multiple times, but I didn't really quite recognize him. What does he do? He's like, why do you look so sad? I'm like, huh? I don't know. And then I like looked away for a second. He grabbed a cup of water, all right? Full on ice cold cup of water. And he splashes it on me through my dad's truck, through the window, I turn back to look at him. And I get this shower of water just flying at my face. And I'm like, ah! It just hits my face. Like a full-on force of, like, you can almost think of it like I don't know, like a spell casting of a water source of magical water that just appeared out of nowhere. This is what I'm thinking, right? Because all of a sudden there was no water there a second ago, and now there's water in my face flying at me at rate of speed. And I have seconds before I have to close my eyes because I'm going to get water in my eyes, and close my mouth. And it's like, ah! And it just instantly was like, what the hell was that? And then I look at him, and he's got this goofy-ass face. Like a goofy-ass face of a smile. Just laughing at the dumbfounded face that I have, because I'm just like, why did you do that to me? And he's just cracking up. And we're in traffic on the freeway. And people are like, oh, fuck, what the fuck's going on? They're freaking out. And we start a water fight with cups of water back and forth on each other, driving down the freeway. It was the most coolest experience I've ever experienced in my life. And that was a daddy-son day going to work, And it was so fucking awesome that I got to experience that. And I had forgotten all about it. Like, I just completely forgot that even existed, and it happened. And then the memory came back when we were bouncing down the highway. Me and my daughter and I, we were bouncing down the highway. And while we were bouncing right there, right? I look over at her and she's laughing and giggling away because the whole time we're in the truck, it's going. It has no air ride, okay? We're solid springs, so we're doing with the best we can. The whole damn thing's falling apart. Like, come on. Oh, God, I don't ever want to do it again. Anyhow, and so as we're sitting there, she's laughing. I'm laughing at her. I'm like, why are you laughing? She goes, because you're making all those funny sounds bouncing down the highway. I'm laughing. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, that's true. And it triggered the memory of that time when Tom was throwing water at the same exact location, the same exact spot. That happened with me was the same exact location, the same spot of her laughing. And I'm like, wow. And it brought back the memory. It's like, that's cool. Anyhow, that's a share that I wanted to share with you guys. You know, just a little bit of love and joy and laugh and fun. You know, we all can still have fun. All we have to do is just share it, I guess. I don't know. Make each other laugh in some form of goofy way. Well, I find the goofy way. I like Taz. You know, the Tasmanian way of possibility. Like, come on. What I would like to bid to you, all of you that are here listening to me yap along and jack my jaw, is I know that some people don't have certain religions and some carry some religion. I don't really have a religion. I have more of a spiritual life, which I call this would be spiritual more than religion because that's a label. And yeah, spiritual kind of just goes on and on and on forever. Now, that being said, this Easter, I want to wish you all a very happy Easter, whatever it is, and hopefully that you could find the joy and the love and the light in this day that is about to take place in the next week or so or several days. I don't even know when it is that this is going to be. But anyways, I'm recording this at another time. But yes, enjoy your Easter if you do Easter and if you don't, and whatever. Find your peace. Find your inner peace, whatever that is. Take that moment in that weekend, that day, whatever it may be. Take a moment and find that inner peace and that love within inside yourself. Talk to it. Think about it. And have a discussion with yourself. And then go about the day. You know, sharing the love and the light and bringing back that little childhood fun that you once had. You know? And that's kind of that's what's been going on in my world in the last, while. There's still a lot. There's still a lot to talk about. There's so much to talk about. Oh my God. There's never enough time to actually sit down and do recording to do it. I might actually have to do that differently, and I really don't want to. But I might have to start doing video recording just because I don't even have an app to do recording anymore. And then I don't know. We'll see where this is going to go. This is crazy. Depends on how busy I am and how crazy it gets. I'm going to continue to keep doing what I do. And then when I can get on here to do an actual live, full-on, detailed episode like I do and give you these fun emotions to play with and sounds of frequency, enjoy it, for now. And, yeah, I'll catch you on the next time.
This is Interstellar Frequency. End of transmission.